Hello. Sorry, I was messing with my audio. Let me see here. Playing around with it a little bit, perhaps. Hey gamers. I feel like it's been a minute. Oh yeah. I didn't stream at all last week, really. I just had a nice little guest appearance at Necro News. But yeah, been a hot minute. Ugh. Look at my Lotmon. Look at this guy. Look at my Lotmon. The voices in my head are back. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. They sure are back. Look at this freaking thing. Look at this freaking thing. This is the voice in my head. He's the one telling me all the bad, telling me to do all the bad things. We are so back, brothers. We're so freaking back. The big booth. Actually, it's a dart. It is a dart. That is a proper terminology for this. For what Lotman has. I have a sticker of this on my card binder and on my deck box. It's great. It's a big fat sticker of just Lotmon with the dart. Cause I thought it was funny. That's it. But yeah, I took it easy streaming last week. Cause I had a hectic work schedule. Smoking is really funny. I think it's a really great joke, and it makes me laugh every time we talk about it. Yeah, I took a little break because I was stressed the fuck out. But I had to make some time for Ellie because I love playing Class of '09 with her, and then maybe we're gonna do the re-up soon, perhaps, maybe, hopefully. I would love to. But for now, I'm telling you what happened on Sunday. How washed I was on Sunday. So, let me see here. Let me run you through a couple things, okay? Digimon TCG Spring Break event. So I started doing locals. That's not what I fucking wanted. Digimon TCG Spring Break event. There we go. So I started doing locals at my local card store, just for funsies. Really cool people. Really like it there. I think I talked about it a little bit. I think maybe like last week or the week before, probably the week before. So what BANDAI likes to do every now and then is like a themed event. Oh god, this one has singing, and I'm not gonna be able to like think. Cool. Okay. But yeah, they do themed events. They did an event for spring break, and the deck, the pre-con deck that is based around Terriermon and Lopmon just came out not too long ago. So that I think this year's supposed to be like the year of green decks. So it was an all green deck event. And we decided to go for it because it was a cool prize. I still got my like promos for it, which is cool because now I think only like 9 people showed up, so they had plenty of promos for everybody. But let me show you the double typhoon alt art. Where is it? Where is it? This one. Oh, I'm in the way. Duh. Let me move myself. Hold on. I'm in the way. So they had this as the grand prize for it, so we were like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it up. It's a really cool card. Very strong card for these guys. Oh god. That's what the normal art looks like. And then this is the alternate art. Very cute. Very cute, very cute. I mean, we got washed to fuck. Because, first of all, I don't usually play green decks. Second of all, we're playing against people that, have been playing this game since release. Or at least damn near release. So, I don't think I stood a chance at all. But I still got my promos, which I'm, like, stoked about. Let me see. There's a lot of Lopmon, Terriermon, Lop. Nope, not that one. Lopmon. Spring Break. Yes. I got this. I got this one. Because it comes in a little pack. You get these three. So you get Terriermon, Lopmon, and then these guys. And I think they're from EX4. Like babies fighting against a dog named Princess. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it went. That's how it felt. Fuck, dude. I got steamrolled. Hard. And I'll be talking about my deck and how I can, like, maybe make it better. I was a little restricted because the way that the tournament is supposed to go... Oh, I just realized. Let me fix my screen here a little bit. I think that looks better. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so the way that the tournament is, it has to be an all-green deck. So all of your cards must have a green... must have green in it somehow. Can't be, like, any other color. It has to be all green cards. So, I don't know how to play a green deck. So I was having a lot of issues. What I ended up doing is I kind of forced a purple-yellow deck. Yeah. And I played it like it was a purple-yellow deck. So I'm gonna go over it. I don't know if I have, like, I'm pretty sure this is the exact deck list that I was running. Didn't even know Digimon had a card game till now. Yep, it does. I think this is the second iteration of it. It got rebooted rebooted like not too long ago. Let me see. Digimon card game release. ...2020, so it's still pretty young. It's only been out for like 4 years now. Almost 4 years. But I know there was an iteration of it, probably like early 2000s. And the first Digimon card game, not game, card game. 1997. The old cards look kind of goofy. Yeah, it is not that old. But yeah, that's the, like, the original cards. They're a little goofy. I remember, or at least I remember watching a video saying that, like, it was kind of but they completely redid the system, and I think it's pretty good. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where, like, you have to watch, well, I say it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you have to watch a cutscene, but that's exactly what I had to do during the tournament and yesterday, because I went to locals, and I was playing against a green deck. Holy fucking shit! I was like, can it please be my fucking turn, please? Because, like, oh my god, a lot of at least the green decks that I went up against, it's like the whole point is it lets you bring out a bunch of guys, for very cheap. I got a 5-minute cutscene, and I'm like, please, please, can it be my turn? I just want to play the game. Yeah. So this is the deck list that I was running. I feel like I've gone over it on stream before, but I'll tell you guys the rules at least. These games are so funny to me. People are just doing insane shit, and honestly, if I ever play, I wouldn't even know if they were lying or not. Well, That's why you kind of need to know the rules. I feel like the community that I have here is actually really nice about it, and they will remind you of rules and stuff, and they'll check themselves. Sorry, let me move this. That's really bothering me. They're really nice about it, but I feel like if you get into the wrong kind of crowd, people will just kind of like try and jip you. But once you like actually get into the swing of things, I mean, it starts to make. Oh my god, it starts to make sense. Okay. But this was pretty much what I was running for my deck. It needs some work, and I think that's what we're gonna do. But the work that needs to be done on it is, it needs more cards that aren't green. Are you telling me this card banged my wife and ran me over in one turn? Believe it? Yeah, nope. Pretty much, that's how it feels. That's truly how it feels. Needs double typhoon. Oh, I did run a double typhoon. Duh. I think I ran... Oh, shit. That's the only thing. This isn't like... Because I just made this at work when I was like... Just going off the top of my head. I think this is what I was running. It feels right. I think I was running 2 double typhoons, 2 giant missiles. I know for a fact that I was running double typhoon because I can't not have that card. It's too fucking good. But yeah, pretty much. I guess the like too long didn't read of Digimon card game, in case you don't know, is it's you can play turns on a what's called like a memory system, so it's your resource that you can use to play and do certain actions. It's a shared resource pool between the players, so you get 10 resource and your opponent gets 10 resource, and then there's a 0. When it's 0, it's still your turn, but as soon as the memory dips into your opponent's turn, it's their turn. So it's designed to go back and forth, which I really like. You're in luck with how much Trubimon support is getting in these next 2 sets. I know, I can't wait! I can't wait! I want the X antibody so fucking bad. And I know there's gonna be a Willis that supports Lotmon too, which, yes! Yes! I can't wait. Lotmon X and then Trubimon X. Trubimon X is like gonna be my saving fucking grace. But yeah, I got fucking steamrolled. Because I went up against a bug deck in my last round. Oh shit. Okay, so what was I played against Sheep. I got matched up with him. I knew what he was running. I still got steamrolled because Sheep actually like plays green decks. That's one of his specialties. But I went up against 2 Terriermon decks, like full Mega Gargomon, like full Ass Blaster Mega Gargomon, and then a bug deck. And the bug deck was like the 5-minute cutscene, because I just had to sit there and like wait until he was done adding memory, and then and I was like, please, I just want to play my bunnies. So we'll go over my deck list here. So I was running a full Trubimon Alliance deck. It definitely needs work, like I said, but I think it's pretty. I would love to have more level 5s. I think I would love to have more level 5s. That Gargomon's good. I'm thinking about keeping him just because it's nice to have jamming. But I don't know. We'll see. I need more level 5 so I can actually go up into my level 6s. But if you're familiar with Pokemon, it kind of works the same. So pretty much you can evolve your guys up, or you can just put a crazy stat stick down. But those are really expensive cards. 8 level 5s is standard ratio. Double Typhoon helps with searching though. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe I've been brainwashed by Mastamon. I've truly been brainwashed by Mastamon. I'm like, 8 level 4s is good. I just need a lot of level 5s, and I think I'm alright. um, I need to get rid of these green memory boosts. I've found that agility training is actually a lot better to run. Mastamon is a different beast. Oh, brother! It was Master Monday yesterday. Everybody, or not everybody, but like the Mastamon players were just going nuts, including me. Except I went 0-3, so who was really going nuts? But yeah, I really like doing purple yellow. My normal deck is a Mastamon deck. So I kind of tried to force it. At least I had fun. Yeah, of course I had fun. I always have fun playing Digimon. I'm still trying to like understand the combos. And I need to figure out how to actually like close out a game, cuz my issue is I will have my opponent on the ropes. I'm like, you have no more security because I've just blasted through your fucking security and I can heal my security. But I don't know how to close it out. But because by the time we get to that point in the game, their board is full and they can just counter me, or they've already like taken care of the guys that I have out. But yeah, eggs. I ran all 4 Cocomons. I'm thinking maybe this deck needs a 5th egg. With Digimon. It's a little weird. So you have different phases, and then like the first phase is like breeding phase. I don't know why they call it that. That goes for all muscle but no brain. No, well, here's the thing about that. Is when you play a purple yellow deck, you need to be really careful with what you do. Heaven's Judgment. Yeah, I think I would I would go with Heaven's Judgment over Giant Missile. Giant Missile's pretty good. Board removal. But it was an all green event, so I had to run Giant Missile. I would have loved to run. I would have loved to run Heaven's Judgment. I was thinking about it, but nope, they wouldn't let me. So these are definitely gonna get thrown out. Yeah, it was an all green deck. So yeah, in your breeding phase. Also, hello, Jim. Thank you for joining us. I'm explaining Digimon card game. In your breeding event, this is gonna be like your base stage that you can do. But when you have like a little area for your eggs, at the beginning of your turn, you can hatch them or like bring them out if you can. They can't be brought out to the battlefield if they're only an egg, so you have to kind of evolve on top of them. But yeah, during the breeding phase, you can either hatch or raise. Usually what you want to do is try and raise up from an egg, which is because that's the ideal, because what happens is when you evolve up, the thing in the corner here is called an inherited effect. If I can fucking keep it on here, it's called an inherited effect. So that is an effect that'll stay with the Digimon when it evolves up, and usually they're really good to have. You want to have that inherited effect. It just makes it stronger. So Kokomon's when an effect suspends one of your Digimon, draw one. I always forgot to do that. Gotta breed Digimons mid-battle. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's my egg card, was Kokomon, because it's a Lopmon deck, because I love Lopmon, because he's poop. It's kind of 4 a.m. for me, so I'm not gonna stay long. Just wanted to give a quick, yo, amazing last upload. Keep going. Thank you. Thank you for actually, like, coming in and hanging out and saying all that. I really much appreciate it. But yeah, you, go to schlep. But yeah, running a hidden potential discovered, because I feel like that's like a required card. You should be running that if you can. It's very nice. Next time one of your green Digimon digivolves this turn, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce memory cost of the Digivolution by 5, which is pretty much a free Digivolution. And yeah, it would be free for any of my guys, but it would help me go up into Cherubimon for free. That's literally a free card. No wonder it's fucking limited. I forgot. You just have to suspend, and suspending is pretty much like, if you know Magic, that's tapping. And when it's tapped, it's either you can't do anything with it once it's tapped. And usually that's what happens when your Digimon attacks. So your Digimon can baseline can only attack once per turn. There are things that'll let it do multiple attacks, but yeah, baseline you can only do an attack once. But with green decks, because Digimon has certain archetypes, and they're all tied to a color. Green decks are all about suspending. And then Lotmon and Terriermon in specifically, I think, deal with Alliance. And Alliance is pretty much, it's cool. Alliance is when you suspend one of your other Digimon to add their battle power to the attacking Digimon, and then if you're attacking life points, then that it gets 2 attacks on life points, and the life points work. I think it's pretty cool in Digimon is the life points are called security cards, and it's literally just top deck 5 security cards that you have to the side. And then there are some effects that come with it, like in here, Hidden Potential, since it's an option card, it usually has a security, is what is it, add this card to your hand. So those are the effects that'll go off if they're in the security and they get attacked. Let's see, HPD is pretty important to have. Green Memory Boost, like I said, I think I'm gonna replace these with agility training. I think that's just a better version of this, at least from what I saw. It's a search card, so it'll let me search my deck for cards that I need, and then I can add memory. I think, yeah, let me grab these out so I can at least play test it. Agility. There it is. What does this do? Reveal top 2 cards, add 1 green card to hand, place rest to bottom of deck, then place this card in your battle area, and then when there are delay effects with certain option cards, which mean you can activate a secondary effect in your next turn, or any turn really after it's been played. So the delay is one of your Digimon may evolve into a green Digimon card in your hand for its Digivolution cost. When it would Digivolve by this effect, reduce the cost by 2. Oh, that's actually way better. That's a nice little evolution coupon, actually. I'll take that. I'll take those. Double Typhoon's good for this. It's a searcher, and then I can play Terriermon or Lopmon, which is nice because you always want to have bodies on the field with this deck. Giant Missile. Giant Missile's really good removal because it bottom decks. Yeah, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. One of their Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. Ew, that's actually sick. Oh, that's cool. So it doesn't have to be the Digimon that you suspended that can't unsuspend. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. That's neat. But yeah, green's all about green's all about suspend manipulation, so you can actually force your opponents to not be able to attack you, which is pretty nice to do. And then sending things to bottom of deck is usually really beneficial, just because in like modern Digimon there's a lot of things that like you don't want to send to the graveyard, or in this case it's called the trash, because there are decks that want to be in the graveyard so that you can play them out later for usually really cheap. So bottom decking is actually really useful because that ensures that they're not going to be able to use it probably for the rest of the game, ideally. So I think I'm going to take Giant Missile out. And I'm gonna put Heaven's Judgment in it. Oh, fuck. Which is a different kind of removal, which I think I've heard is really, really good. It sounds fucking great. Let's see. Green Digimon or Tamer in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Oh yeah, and these option cards are like, what is it? You can't play them unless you have a certain color on the board, which I always forget to do, and it sucks. It fucking blows. But yeah, unless otherwise specified on the card. But yeah, activate the effect below for each color your Digimon have activated again, which is fucking crazy for this deck, because you at least have 2. So then in this deck, if you have like a, like say Black Gargamon or Wendigomon or like Antilamon out, that's already 1, 2, 3, that's 4 colors. So if I have all 4 of those colors out, that adds activated again. Oh, that's like multiple attacks. And then I think you could stack that. So you could just delete a fucking boss monster. And then the security is really good. So if it's in the security stack and you flip it over, the security effect is one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 12 DP for the turn, which is... 12 is like the standard for a lot of like big boys. So like the full evolution 6 and 7 are the highest. You're usually going to run into 6 more often, and they're usually at 12. Sometimes they're at 13, but even then, if they're at 13 minus 12, you can easily just kill them like that, especially if they're already suspended, which is sick. I'll keep those in there now that I'm not fucking restricted to just green. Agility training, double typhoon stays. Mimi's gonna stay. Mimi's gonna stay. That's all I have to say. And then there are tamer cards, which act as support. So they're not actual Digimon that battle, they just have effects that they can give you. Usually you want to have a tamer that will reset your memory, so you always have some kind of resources. Because a lot of the strategy comes with making sure your opponent has as little resource to work with. Because that means they'll have to really think about what they do, and they can't really do a lot of big moves if they don't have the resource for it without it dipping into your turn. Because once it dips into your turn, then they can't do any attacks or anything. Unless they have a card that would, let them do something on your turn before their turn, or at the end of their turn. But Mimi's really good because she helps me keep bodies on the board. And usually I want to have a level 5 or higher Digimon in play. Which is why I'm like, maybe I should have more level 5s, because like, if I only have 8. And so, for the most part, I feel like I never have my level 5s in my hand when I need them. They'll be hanging out in my security or at the bottom of my fucking deck. And it's like, gee, where are you motherfuckers when I needed you? But yeah, she'll pretty much just let me keep pumping out bodies onto the board, which is why I'm thinking maybe I should run maybe a Gummymon or something. There's not another green Kokomon, is there? Yeah, just him. No, wait. Yeah, that's the alt art. And that's the new Kokomon that I don't want to add. When an effect suspends one of your Digimon, one of your Digimon gets +2 DP for the turn. That's not bad. There's a poop, guys. It's a poop guy. Wait until you see his brother. I'm thinking of putting in a Gummymon, but maybe once that other Kokomon comes out, I'll just use him. Gummymon. Is it just one M? Am I stupid? Is his name not Gummymon? Which poop guy? Kokomon. Kokomon is a poop guy. Not the actual poop guy. The one that I call poop because he looks like a poop. I'm trying to look for... Oh, there he is. What the fuck? Okay, there he is. Yeah, I think I might add one of these guys in there just to have an extra egg. Let's see. Opponent's Digimon becomes suspended. Draw one. Oh, that's cute art. If you have a green tamer, draw one. New one is also pretty good. Yeah. The one in the structure deck, yeah. If you have a green tamer, draw one. That is pretty good. I'll add him. Just for funsies. I have Mimi, and then I run Henry and Shuchong. I haven't really, like, actually used the effect that it lets me do, so it lets me play a Terriermon or Lotmon for free. I think if I have one or fewer Digimon, which is nice to have an extra body, but it can't... It gets deleted at the end of the turn, and I can't really... The only thing it can do is attack. I can't Digivolve with it. But it synergizes with the Wendigomon, because if I want to do a search with my searchers, I can just bring them out, do the on-play, swing with them if I really wanted to, and then I could Digivolve into a Wendigomon with one of my other Digimon, or with my other Digimon if I just have another level 3 out, delete that Lotmon or Terriermon, then I can bring them back and then get the another search. That's a nice, like, I feel like that'd be a nice early game thing to do, just to help me set up. But I also really like the fact that Wendigomon can also help me clear my opponent's board, which is, like, so important to do with other green decks, because they're kind of, like, dependent on how... Maybe I'll go crazy and put a fucking Death Xmon in here. I don't know. Yeah, let's go fucking nuts. But yeah, but essentially that Wendigomon will help me it's a loophole to get past that the Lotmon is gonna get deleted at the end of the turn and it can't Digivolve, because it's a fresh new Lotmon. Can never go wrong with Death Xmon, that's for sure. If only that card wasn't, like, half my day's pay. Bit late, but it's fine, right? Oh, it's always fine. We're just talking about Digimon cards. We're talking about my deck and how I can make it better, that I played for the spring break event that happened last Sunday. Now that I don't have a green restriction on it, because it was a card game tournament where all the cards had to be green, but now that it's done, I can do cards that are... I can add cards that are not green. So I'm kind of restructuring it a little bit. I can't wait for Cherubimon X, man. Oh, I can't wait. I need him. Best worst thing about Death X is that it hasn't moved in price at all, so you always know how much it is. Yeah, that's true. Unless I luck out and, like, well, yeah, because I was like, should I just buy a box of boosters that it came from? But then I realized that I'd still be, like, spending the same amount of money for it. And then, like, I'm not even guaranteed that Death Xmon is going to be in there, so what's the point? Where was I? Oh yeah, Henry and Shuchong. But that effect, I kind of sleep on it. I need to play my tamers more, but, like, for cost, like, makes my skin crawl. So I'll try to play them early in the game, but I usually want to get Mimi out as soon as possible, because she actually resets my memory. So she's, like, nice consistency. But Shuchong is also really nice because anything that has Lotmon or Terriermon in its name, if I suspend them, I get a reduced evolution cost, which is nice. It's nice because then I could pretty much just go up into my level 4s for one cost. Um, I don't know. I sleep on it a little too much. Maybe I gotta stop. Um, that's what the Terrier helps, and Togemon if you run it. Togemon. Oh, Togemon's the vegetable, right? Yeah. Reveal 3 cards. Add 1 level 5 or higher. I have new Terriermon. I kind of forget about it, that effect. You may play 1 green tamer or 1 level 3 card with Lotmon in its name from your hand with the play cost reduced by 2. Oh, that's really good. BT14 one. That's BT1, BT14. When you would play a green tamer card from your hand by suspending one of your green Digimon, reduce. Ha! Play cost by 3! Oh my god! Maybe I should run one of these. I might. I'll replace Black Gargomon with that Togemon. I don't really get the use out of that Black Gargomon. I don't know why it was in the deck profile. I think it was just to make Meteor Digimon, but that's way better actually. That's I think I'd much prefer to have that out. I think I'll keep my 2 Gargomons though, because that jamming's just too good. You telling me I get a free security check? Fuck, man. Because that's my favorite thing to do, is to Digivolve up into Gargomon, swing security, get that free check-in, and then end it by... Oh no, wait, I can't actually. Nope, never mind. Don't listen to me. Well, no, I could end it by Digivolving another. If I had another bunny or dog out, doing Wendigomon, and then clear their board. The jamming is nice with Alliance, but you're running over everything pretty much, right? It's so nice. Jamming helps more with the Terriermon side, yeah. That Wendigomon is great though. I love being able to clear board with it. Just it's a 2 cost for the evolution. And then I can just get rid of rookies. Or I can get rid of my own rookies to search again. But when I played it, I mostly used it to clear board because fucking green decks give me a headache with how many bodies are on their fucking playmat. Let's see here. Yeah, I run EX4 Terriermon and EX4 Lotmon for the searching. I have ST17 to the Terriermon Lotmons. I'll put that Togemon in because that's actually really nice, and I didn't really get much use out of that Black Gargomon. I'm thinking about putting a Mega in here. I think it's a Mega Gargomon is. Just as like a security blanket, because that is fucking Blast Digivolve is nice to have to stop an attack, and it's just so good for defense. I know, because it's like fucked me up multiple times. Digimon is kind of like Pokemon, right? A little bit. It's like internet monsters is pretty much its whole shtick. But it still has like evolution and all that. I kind of like the designs more in Digimon, I'm not gonna lie. And the evolutions are not as consistent in Digimon. So take this guy. Lotmon turns into... He has 2 different lines he can turn into. He has a good line and an evil line. So his evil line, he'll turn into this fucking thing, Wendigomon, and then from Wendigomon, Does he have another one? Hold on. Lamon evolution. Let me get the chart up. He has 2 different lines. Here it is. Oh, he still turns into Antilamon. Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, so he has 2 different lines. So he can, his good line is he turns into Rurimon. Yeah, it's in, I thought it was. Yeah, he'll turn into Terurimon. So he turns into martial artist, big fuck off clown angel. And then in his evil line, it's creature, martial arts bunny, Satan clown bunny. It's a little silly. I just realized I was blocking that whole fucking chart. Yeah, I figured. I thought so. I don't know. I doubted myself. I like running ST17 Lotmon because that alliance or giving alliance is pretty good. That's just nice. I think I already explained alliance. Yeah, I already did. Okay, good. It's nice to give alliance, and then Wendigomon already has, or old Wendigomon has alliance, which is nice. New Wendigomon does not, which kind of fucks me up sometimes. I run Gargomon for jamming, and then I run both Antilamons. So they both have alliance too, which is great. The yellow, I think I get to heal off of him if I can survive an attack. Which I like doing, so it's nice to heal. And then purple Antilamon, play one green level 3 Digimon card for your trash without paying the cost. Should you do some Ibis paint drawing, not used to digital drawing for it, or traditional drawer? Yeah, why not? If you want to get into digital art, the only way to do it is to just mess around with it. So I say go for it. Sorry, I'm drinking banana milk right now. You can probably hear that. Let me see here. I'm running 3 ofs for these guys, but I think I might just knock these 2 down to 2 ofs. And put a mega. Yeah, I'll put the ace in just as a nice little security blanket. It's nice in emergency situations. Because pretty much what the Blast Digivolve lets you do is... So normally, you can't do anything on your opponent's turn. Except, I don't know if there's any other situation that you would be able to do counter timing, but there's something called counter timing. So after your opponent declares an attack, you can go into counter timing, and you can do something called Blast Digivolve, which is, it's a free evolution, and it's kind of just for emergency situations. So it's a free evolution, and then you get to have the Digi-evolution effects, or Digivolution effects off of it. So you can pretty much stop an attack, depending on what the effects are. So with him, there are certain Digimon that have blocker, so if your opponent declares an attack, you can use blocker Digimon to block it, and it'll either it can hit them instead, and usually most of the time people will try to avoid it if you have a really big blocker on the field, which Mega Gargomon Ace is, because he's at 12. He could be at more depending on the inheriteds, because there are inheriteds that'll let you beef up a little bit more. But usually they want to try to avoid that. And then he also has Reboot. So what Reboot does is, usually when you're suspended, you stay suspended for your opponent's turn, and then you can unsuspend when it comes back to your turn. But with reboot, once that Digimon is suspended, once it goes over to your opponent's turn, beginning of your opponent's turn, it can unsuspend. So it just kind of becomes an invincible body unless they have some kind of removal for it. Let's see. Oh, Megagar. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I get that much use out of it though, because the thing about I'm only running one of it, so it's nice if I have a level 5 out. This card is really good if you're running a Terriermon deck, because you can skip an evolution line. So usually what you have to do is you have to go in order. So if you're gonna Digivolve into a level 4, you need to have or like a level 5, you need to have a level 4 on top first, or level 4 first. So you have to go in order. But with this Mega Gargomon, as long as it has Rapidmon in name, you can Digivolve off of it. So there are Rapidmons that are level 4. So you could just, and you have to pay a little extra for it, which is fine, especially if you're Blast Digivolving. Because you get to ignore that cost anyway when you're Blast Digivolving. So it's scary if you have a lot of Rapidmons in your deck, which I have none. I think I'm just gonna run it for the security of it, because it's nice to have to just bleh, bleh, you can't do anything now, because then I could just plop it down and have it be a blocker. Let's see here. I have my Antilamons, and then I run a bunch of Cherubimons. I'm waiting for Cherubimon X and Lopmon X. So I have three flavors of Cherubimon. All right, I have both the old green 2-color Cherubimons, and then the new ST17 Cherubimon. So the old yellow, what is it? It's got Alliance, and then when Digivolving and when attacking. Oh, I could delete a Digimon with that. Oh, that's actually really nice. I just realized that when Digivolving and when attacking. Fuck! Because this also has a thing where certain Digimon can reduce opponent Digimon DP. I don't know what DP stands for. Defense points or something. What does DP stand for? I need to know. What does DP stand for? Digimon power! But that's pretty much their attack power and defense power. It's just a single number. That's their attack and defense. It's a meet and beat. So if you clash two Digimon into each other with the same DP, they both get deleted. But certain Digimon can reduce or raise. With this Cherubimon, it says when Digivolving and when attacking. So on Digivolve, I can give something minus 3k, and then if I attack, I can give it minus 3k again, and that would take care of most level 4s, some level 5s. Because if you reduce a Digimon's DP to 0, it gets deleted from the board. Ooh, that's actually really good. That Cherubimon rocks. Okay, need to start using him more. And then purple green Cherubimon is also really good. Till the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon and one of your level 5 or lower Digimon gain on deletion. You may play this card without paying the cost. So if him and another Digivolve, or not Digivolve, Digimon get deleted, I can just play them for free. So they go right back onto the board, which is nice. That'll kind of make the opponent think about what steps to take. because I'll just keep him on the board. He won't get any inheritables, which would suck, but it's still a really big body on the board. So, like, yeah, with this game, you're kind of incentivized to not just drop them right on the board. One, because they're fucking expensive. Two, you want to get those sweet, succulent, inheritable effects. Because it just makes you beefier and stronger, so why wouldn't you do that? Put that Mega Gargomon in there, just in case. And then I have new Cherubimon, which freaking rules. I love him. I love him! It's a 3 cost from Intilamon, which is great. That's like the bare minimum of what you should have. And then on Digivolve, I can delete a level 4 or lower opponent's Digimon, and then I can play a level 4 or lower from my trash. So that's why you kind of don't care about your rookies going bye-bye. And that's fine. That's great too, because when you do that, I can, if my Wendigomon's in the trash, I can play him out and then delete one of their guys. If they have a rookie on the board. If they don't have a rookie on the board, and if I need to search, if I have a rookie on my board, I can delete one of my guys, get their on-play effect. And we're going. We're going. This Cherubimon rules. That Cherubimon, this Wendigomon. It's great. I guess I'll throw in another Togemon. Why not? Just some plants. But I have Heaven's Judgment Agility Training. I think this looks pretty good. Might do some play testing with it. We'll see what happens. But let me show you. Hold on. Let me move myself out of the way a little bit. I'll put myself... let me put Lopmon right here. So you guys can see the description. So we're still waiting for these. They're already released in Japan because Japan is ahead of America in Digimon terms. Or in Digimon releases. So let me show you Cherubimon X. So with Digimon they have these cool they're like additional evolution cards. They're level well, I mean, they can be level anything really. But you can pretty much get a Digivolution for free or very reduced if you put them on top of the same type of Digimon. And they're called X antibodies, and they usually are fucking strong. You want the lore behind X antibody Digimon? I would love the lore behind them. Because I don't actually know the lore. But this guy is who I'm fucking waiting for. Alright? Listen to this. Okay, buckle up. Oh shit, okay. While you're typing that, we'll look at Cherubimon X effects, because this is a strong card and I can't wait for him. If you Digivolve off of Cherubimon, it's a 2 cost, which is cheap as fuck. Cheap as fuck for a level 6. Oh wow. Christine just subscribed. Wow, thank you, Christine, for the subscription. Let's see. He has Alliance, which is great, so I can get an extra security check and beef him up a little bit. Let's see. When Digivolving, when attacking once per turn, you may play 1 level 4 or lower yellow or green Digimon card from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Great. Love that already. End of turn once per turn. If Cherubimon or X antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. For each of your other Digimon, add 1 to the maximum level. This effect you can shoot. Holy shit. So I can... Oh. So if I have other Digimon in play, I could delete I could delete a fucking level 6. That's sick! Alright, let's see this lore. Digimon God Yggdrasil, I know him, tries to restart the digital world because it was getting too full, so releases the X program, which just kills Digimon. Cool! However, some Digimon develop an antibody that resists the X program. It also, in turn, makes them stronger. In a lot of cases, makes them edgier. Yeah, yeah, duh. Why not? It's cool. I love Cherubimon X antibody. I can't wait for him. I can't wait for him. And then Lopmon X antibody. Let me see what he does. That's just a basis, Jesus. Yeah, that's really cool. I like the design of Lopmon X, nice and big, fluffy. Has a little crown. Let's see. Ow. So it's a free cost from Lopmon and Kokomon, which I would much prefer to just get the Digivolve off of Lopmon, because why not? It's a bigger stack. Let's see. On play when Digivolving, by trashing one card in your hand, one of your Digimon gets plus 3k DP for the turn. And then the inherited is when an effect plays one of your Digimon, draw one. Okay, that's probably some good support. Also, this card art is the reason why I fell in love with Lopmon. It just looks so silly. He's evil. He's evil. But he's a bunny. What's this Lopmon do? On play, suspend one Digimon. Oh, that's actually pretty good. And inherited is one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2k. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look into grabbing him. I like that effect. I like those effects quite a bit. Yes, I do. But I think this is as good as it'll get, question mark, for now. I'll play test it, maybe do a couple of adjustments, but I think this is alright. Much better than what it was. So we'll save those. Let me show you my Mastamon deck. And this isn't the actual deck that I play. Oh shit, I want to put Quartzmon in there. Actually, wait, let me go back. I want Quartzmon. I forgot. I was gonna put a Quartzmon in here. So I think I'll get rid of. I'll keep Togemon at one of. Quartzmon is like the Death Xmon of green, I think. That's how I feel. Everybody who was running the green, everybody at the shop that wasn't me was running a Quartzmon, because that's just like, that's the end game card. Look at this. Let's see. Digivolve was saving its text? Pretty much, yeah. Suspend all other Digimon and all tamers. Fuck. And then for every 2 suspended Digimon and tamer in play, gain 1 memory. So you can make this pretty cheap, especially if you're playing against another green deck. Fuck. All turns, all other Digimon and tamers don't unsuspend. Oh, so it just locks down the fucking field. That's crazy. When attacking, suspend one of your Digimons. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or tamers, then trash the top card of your opponent's security stack for every 5 suspended Digimon and tamer. Holy fuck. If there are 2 Quartzmon on the field, they stun each other. I can imagine. That's a scary situation. I don't think I'd like to see that. Yeah, that's a spooky thought. I think no one wants to see that. Yeah, the only thing that I lucked out with during the spring break event was I never ran into a Quartzmon. The only time I did was a Quartzmon in security, which is probably the best place for it to be for me. Because it was like the first security check, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's in the trash now. That's good. Let me go through my Ophanamon deck here. It's not really Mastamon, it's more Phantomon. This is not exactly the. This is more my ideal for what I want in the deck. Don't really have my hands on a lot of these cards just yet. But this is my ideal. I mean, it pretty much plays the way that I play. Gotta go to sleep and have a good night. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna talk more about purple yellow because I love purple yellow and I tried to force purple yellow in a green deck because I can't let go of it. I have to have those colors in there or I'm going to explode. So for this one, so pretty much the concept for this deck is you're able to not care if things go into the trash because that's where you want them to be. And then heal on top of it. So you're managing 3 decks pretty much. You're going to be managing your security deck, your trash deck, and then your main deck. Because purple's all about trashing your cards and then getting use out of them from the trash. And yellow's all about being able to manipulate your security stack. Which I think is like lovely. That's like a match made in heaven. Some of these choices might be a little dubious. I have them in there for selfish reasons. So we'll go over them real quick. So I run 2 different types of eggs in this deck. I run Demi Miramon because I get to draw 1 trash 1, which is nice because I get to try and search a little bit and then build my trash up, which you want to do. Xiaomon is there for retaliation, which is lovely to have. Retaliation is an effect that if, for whatever reason, if my Digimon gets deleted by somebody else's Digimon, no matter what my DP is at, that other Digimon's going to get deleted too. But that only goes into effect if I have 10 or more cards in my trash, which if I'm playing my deck right, that's the ideal. I want bodies in my trash. So I have that in there for the utility of that. Calling from Darkness. This is a limited card, so I'm only allowed to have 1 of them in my deck. It's a pretty nice option card to have. So if I have a Digimon in the field, it lets me delete it, and then I can return 2 purple Digimon cards from the trash to my hand. What is currently the strongest Digimon? Death Xmon, I'd say. At least in terms of the card game. It's a $50 card. But it's a really good effect. It pretty much just says, fuck your board, and also you're dead. Let's see here. So it's, when you would play this card, reduce its memory cost by 3 for each Digimon and tamer your opponent has in play. So if this is a late, kind of a late game card that you want to play, it's a play cost of 20. But if you have this card, and if your opponent has a full board, so say they have like $50, yeah, it stays at $50 usually, but it's just a really strong card to have. Most decks, if you want to play efficiently, have it. Let's see what it's at right now. Death Xmon. Yep, $50. And that's not even the, or is that the, that's not the alt art. That's the basic art. Watch what happens when you get the alt art. $90. It's a $90 card right there. Because it's an alt art and because it's a really strong fucking card. Yeah, if you're trying to play meta, you want to run one of these. So it's a 20 cost, but if your opponent has like a full board of Digimon and tamers, for every one of those Digimon and every tamer that they have, the play cost gets reduced by 3, which is fucking nuts. Because pretty much Ideally, what most people want to do is at least have, I'd say, 4 Digimon on your board and at least maybe 2 Tamers. So that's already 6 cards. 6 times 3 is 18. So that turns into a 2 cost to play. And 2 cost is like, that's dirt cheap. That is dirt fucking cheap. And that's just to play. So if you just want to slap them down, cool. And then you still have to pay 6 for Digivolve. So this seems like a card that you would just want to just hard play. Yeah, it's an expensive card. It's very strong. Oh, I just realized my music stopped. And then on play, when Digivolving, I can de-Digivolve all opponents' Digimon. So de-Digivolve will delete the top card of all the Digimon, which you don't want to happen. It's a little nicer than just a straight up deletion, but it also sucks if you have a boss monster out, because that just leaves them susceptible to attack. And it's even worse. Let's see. Can't trash past level 3 cards, then delete all of your opponent's level 4 or lower. So, usually you'll want to have at least a couple of level 5s out. Maybe one level 5, then like a level 4. But if you like de-Digivolve and then delete all level 4s on the field, then you leave them with nothing. Oh, gotta go. Teacher's here. Oh, yep. Go ahead, get out of here. Don't want to get caught. And then end of opponent's turn. Once per turn, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. Holy fucking shit. This is like a nightmare card to play against. Like, when this gets dropped down on the field, it's over. It's over for you. How's that? Is this a limited card? Hold on. You'd think this is a limited card. It's not. So it's not limited and it's not banned. I mean, it's not invincible. That's the thing about it. And most people will probably, unless they're like sadistic, they'll probably only have 1 or 2 of these in their decks because you want to have room for other things that you can play. I'm thinking that's why it's not a limited card, because I think there's only 1 banned card in Digimon. They do a pretty good job of balancing. A lot of cards, a lot of tournament rules just limit really strong cards. So like Calling from the Darkness, that's a limited card, so decks can only have 1 of those. They can't have, and then you're limited 4 per card. But yeah, unless they're a fucking sadist, you're running 1 or 2 of those. So if you build a deck full of those, it's an instant game over. No, because you're only allowed to have 4 of them in your deck. Every card you're only allowed to have 4. So you'll notice with my Cherubimon deck, with my eggs, I have 4 Kokomons, and then I had to put in a different, either a different Kokomon or any kind of different egg. Yeah, so it's impossible to have a deck full of them, and it would be unreasonable because it's such a high cost card. You don't want to run all of that, because if you just have a deck full of those, you're kind of just waiting until you have your fucking chance. Still would be pretty powerful even with 4. Oh yeah, like I said, sadists probably run 4 of these. I'm surprised it's not a limited card. But like I said, as long as you have some kind of removal, it's not invincible. So say like somebody has this on the board, I can do this if they have this on the board, I can play a Chaos Degradation. And what Chaos Degradation is, it's a removal card. It's a really good removal card because what happens is I can place any one of my Digimons of any one of my opponent's Digimon face down on top or bottom of their security stack, and then the card will just rip off the top. So if I have that in my hand, which I ideally want to have as a backup, that's what this card's job is to remove really powerful Digimon off the field. That's why it's so expensive. So, oh my god, no, no singing, no singing. Uh, Stop. Holy shit. That's just singing. I don't want to listen to that. I'm gonna get really confused and I won't hear my own thoughts. But yeah. Interesting game. Only ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're like traumatized from like the long playtime of Yu-Gi-Oh, I think Digimon's really cool to play. I've heard a lot. The When I started getting into Digimon, a lot, a couple of people that got into Digimon because they didn't like the current. They don't like the current state of Yu-Gi-Oh. Digimon is designed to go back and forth, so you don't really get caught in like the cutscenes of Yu-Gi-Oh. I say give it a chance, and it's also a really cheap game to get into. Um, a lot of the starter decks, especially like the old ones, are like $20-$30, which is nice to have. Oh, so my game has game. Yeah, you can actually have a turn. And Bandai's pretty good about balancing things. Like, let me show you the limited card. Digimon card game. Limited list. So we have restricted cards in Digimon, which is nice. So it lets people still do certain play styles if they want to. They're not really banned. We only have one banned card, I believe. Let me see where the banned card is. Where is it? Is there no banned cards right now? Am I crazy? Oh, I guess there is no banned cards. Sick. So never mind. We have no banned cards. We only have restricted cards. So there are rules saying that you can only have a limited amount of cards in your deck instead of just banning them outright, which I think is fun. So we have a banned pair as of right now. So you're still allowed to run these cards. They're just not allowed to be run in the same in a deck together, just because if you combine this card with any of these three cards, you make it's an infinite memory loop. So it'll just never as soon as you get it set up, and it's really quick to get set up. It could just never becomes the opponent's turn, which is not fun. So they've banned the cards from being in the same deck together, but you can still use them, especially this card because this is like a really common card to play in purple decks. Yeah, it's so weird how that works. But yeah, no, you can't play these cards together, but you can still play them as long as they're not in the and they can't be in a deck together, pretty much. I think these are one-ofs. While your opponent has no Digimon with as many or more Digivolution cards as this Digimon gets jamming. Crazy. Oh, that is an easy condition. Yeah. Oh, that's an egg. Okay, cool. And then the rest of these, you can only run one of them per deck. And then that's it. This is the most updated list. I guess they got rid of the one banned card. Sick. At least, I think... Or no, here we go. More restricted cards. Give or take, how long does a turn last? Depends if your opponent is slow playing. I will tell you, most games usually last about 30-35 minutes. So, if you're doing a 3-round tournament, that's best out of 3. They'll usually last about 3 hours, 3.5. Yeah, that's it, really. So, I've had games where like my opponents take a really long time, just because there are a lot of effects that let them add to their resources, but it'll still come back to me eventually. You'll usually get done with a game within 30-35 minutes, so it's not terrible. Card ban lifted. Wow. Oh, Savior Huckmon. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. But yeah, usually you can get done with turns pretty fast. It's just whether or not your opponent's slow playing. There it is, Calling from Darkness. Banned pair. Banned card. Yeah, this is the only banned card in the game. Mega Digimon Fusion. Next time one of your Digimon digivolves from level 6 to 7 this turn, reduce memory cost of the Holy shit, that's a free evolution! At the end of the turn, return this Digimon. Return the Digimon that digivolved with this effect to the bottom of its owner's trash. Trash all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. Huh. That's okay, yeah, you could get game with that. That's crazy. There's a lot more Digimon games out than I thought out there. Oh yeah. I think I don't know, I haven't played a whole lot of Digimon games, but yeah, there's a lot out there. Bandai just kind of like acts like this is a dead franchise. They're a little deleted. Yep, it's the whole franchise. The card game is really cool. I highly recommend getting into it. It's fun too, except when you play Death X Mon. Oh yeah, I was talking about Death X Mon and why it's not a limited card or a restricted card. So you could run 4 of these if you're a fucking sadist, but I feel like most people will want to run 1 or 2 of them just to make space so you can actually play the game. Because you are restricted to 50 cards in your deck and then 5 egg cards. Is it an app or website like Pokemon Showdown? So, unfortunately, no. This website that I'm on right now is a fan project. I'm telling you, Bandai is like so fucking delusional. Like, they think that this is a dead franchise and nobody wants an official simulator. So there's no official simulator for this game. Sad. But this is Project Drasil. Or Drassel or whatever. It's a fan-made simulation. There's another fan project right now to make an auto sim. This is just manual, so you need to know what does what. But best way to really get into it is just buy a pack or borrow a pack from somebody. My community is actually really nice. I've gotten a lot of free cards from my community, which is very nice. I'm very grateful. There are some that might be a little sweaty with it, but yeah, most people are pretty casual with this game from what I've seen. But yeah, Death Exmon, I'm guessing it's not limited just because it's a level 7. I mean, it's a cheap on play, but if you get that out, you'll clear my board. But if I have the right removal, which I usually do, that's why I run 4 of these, I can just get rid of it, and then the game can keep going. But this seems like this is a Digimon that I wouldn't get out until like end of the end of the game, really, just because you want to wait until you have enough, your opponent has enough bodies on the field to just make it dirt cheap. And you wouldn't want to just drop it round 0, just because it's fucking 20 play cost. You're gonna give your opponent 10 like a full resource to work with. If they have removal, they'll just get rid of it, and then they still get to have a turn. How good are the odds on pulls? I've never seen anyone do a pack review. I'm very lucky. So, first, they're pretty cheap booster packs, so I like buying them in bulk. I mean, I think it's about as the same as any other card game. Most booster packs are guaranteed to have at least a rare in it. I'm really lucky with my pulls. Usually if I get like 5 boosters, I'll pull at least 1 SR. I have a lot of alt arts. Let me see. This is an alt art. I have one of these in my deck. And this is an alt art. I actually run this in my deck. I don't have any other alt arts in my like actual real life deck. At least I don't think so. No. I want the alt art for this Ordinamon though. I think it's really cool. But alas, I do not. And then if you get into locals, it's really cool. So locals, from what I've seen, I think pretty much everywhere it's $10, just for the buy-in, and then participation, you get a pack, you get a box topper, and then I don't know if every store does this, but our store also gives you like a surprise card, which is nice. And then I don't know how other card games do it, but I think you get an extra booster from each round that you win, which is sick as hell. And then usually when that happens, people will just kind of start giving out cards that they don't want, which is always nice to have. Yeah, I don't have any other. Well, we have 2 of these Magna Angemon Ace alt arts. I pulled one, and then Sheep pulled another one, but I kind of doubt he's ever gonna run any kind of Mastamon or Angemon deck. So yeah, I definitely, when the next booster comes out, I would love to do a hand cam on it. Let me see when the next booster is supposed to come out. I think we're gonna be doing a pre-release event for it. Digimon TCG, not the spring. My god. But yeah, it's fun. I really like it because I get to play and it's back and forth and it's cool. Next booster is Beginning Observer ? I feel like there should be another one before that, unless I'm crazy. Double Typhoon's out. Exceed Apocalypse is out. Oh, maybe it is Beginning Observer. Products. I want you so bad. I want the Infernal Ascension out now. Oh yeah, next one's gonna be Beginning Observer. It's $5 a pack. I'll usually just get the box. I just like opening booster packs, so I love getting the box. Let's see. But we're still behind Japan. I think we should be syncing up next year. $39 for one double typhoon pack. I swear it's cheaper. Maybe it's just something with my... well, maybe it's... Double Typhoon is the newest one that just came out. The deck set, yeah. This is the, like, it just, literally just came out this month. So it might be a little steep on the price. And everybody's trying to buy it, because everybody loves Terriermon. So that might add on to the price a little bit. But it does come with, it's sick. So, if you get a deck set, or a precon, you get, let's see, Shining Gold Finish, Rapidmon card is now included at low pull rates. I think I have one of these. I swear I have one of these. If not, I definitely have, like, an alternate art that came with the box. And then they give you promotion packs, which is nice. And then the art's just really good. It's just really awesome. Let's see. 8 reprint card types are included for additional deck power-ups. Oh, this is the Rapidmon that I have. So it comes with all of this, which is really nice to have as well. And these are all alternate art reprints. You get the box topper. And then it comes with the little memory gauge. Play sheet. Yeah, this is the newest one, so it's, and like I said, everybody loves Terriermon, so it's gonna be a little bit more expensive right now. Let me see. Yeah, if you get it on here, $29.99. It's $30. What is it on TCG Player? It's usually cheaper if you just get it. Oh yeah, 35. It's 35 on TCG. That doesn't include... Well, usually if you get it on TCG, depending on the seller, they'll give you free shipping if it's over $5, I think. Yeah, cheapest is $32 plus $7.99 now. Yeah, cheapest is probably going to be that $35 one plus $1.99 shipping. Yeah, Double Typhoon is a good place to start. It's a very strong deck. We were actually talking about it earlier, because that's what the Spring Break event was kind of based around. There are a bunch of other pre-con decks that you can get. The Beelzemon one is still pretty good, I think. You just need, if you want to catch up with meta, I would just get some X antibodies in there, and it'll still perform pretty well. And I think, when did that come out? Let me see. Digimon TCG Beelzemon. This is a little cheaper. Still a really strong deck. Very cheap. It's a trash deck, so it's really fun to play. This is one of my first decks that I got. When did this come out? I don't know. I know it's considered a little older for sure, but like, it's still it can still compare against the newer cards, especially if you get some support in there. The X antibodies help it out a lot. Starter decks. Entire classic collection boxes for $29. That is cheap. Yeah, this is a cheap game to get into. DOQMEETS, what other songs do you plan on singing down the line? I actually have a collab coming up soon, so look out for that. I will be doing a duet with Manami Sonata. It's gonna be fun and cool, and we're gonna have our own little PV. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be fucking sick. That'll be coming down the line. I have a couple other songs that I'd like to cover. I'm planning on covering a song by Fairy that they just released not too long ago. This deck came out in 2023. That's fucking crazy. I have this deck too, the Wolf of Friendship. That's a pretty good deck too. You just have to add boosters to it, of course, if you want to size up with current decks. I think the Gallantmon deck is pretty good too. Maybe not. Today was really good. Always a fan of Jack Stauber since saw the Opal animation. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's actually an older recording, but I just remixed it because I really wanted to put it out on this channel. But I'm glad I'm getting the positive, good feedback on it. Glad people are liking it. Oh god. Oh yeah. Huh, weird. Could have sworn that was an older deck. That's what people are acting like it is. I guess it is older, comparatively. Because this game came out in fucking 2020. Beelzemon's a good place to start at. Jesmon is crazy if you get the right support for it. Really fucking annoying. Its whole shtick is you have the Jesmon evolution line, and then you have a bunch of Sistermons. You're supposed to get out as many Sistermons as you can, and the Sistermons will support the stat stick that you're building, and it'll make it really fucking annoying to play around because you'll just have so many Sistermons on the field. So unless you have like a Death Xmon that can help get rid of them, you're kind of boned, or some sort of board wipe card. Parallel World Tactician? I haven't really seen it. Let me see the card list for it. I think maybe this was like the Angelomon deck. Yeah, Angelomon. Chaos Degradé came in here. Junimon is a level 6. Really? Junimon's kind of weak. Trash top 3 cards of your deck, then return 1 Digimon card from your trash to your hand. Yeah, it's alright. The Mastamon's good, though. Mastamon's great. Nyarumon, Salamon. Maybe I should get Salamon. Oh, did you evolve some purple? Okay, maybe I should get Salamon. Look at the Lopmon! The Lopmon's so cute. This is kind of the deck that I run. It's just a little bit more, nuanced. Salmon? I wish. I wish I had salmon. Salamon's a dog. Oh, that's the alternate art. Okay. Witchmon. Ooh, maybe I'll run some Witchmons. This is giving me some ideas. Darkness Wave, trash top 3 cards of your deck. Then if you have a yellow Digimon in play, return 1 yellow or purple Digimon card from trash to hand. Not really good for my deck, I don't think. Chaos Degradate is great though. I love Chaos Degradation. That's a really good deck too. It's a $13 deck. Is that starter deck or random deck? Not really. It's structured, but I think right now it's the structure is there. It's supposed to set up combos for you, but it's a little outdated. The deck that I run is like an updated version of this, so it's more, well, not more yellow leaning, but the whole point of it is, and I already like explained the rules of this game a lot. So pretty much, just to go over it again, you have your main deck, there's the trash, which is essentially your graveyard, and then your life points for this game is the top 5 cards of your deck that you pull out after you get your hand, which is another 5 cards, and those 5 cards that you pull after you get your hand is going to be your life points, pretty much. So every time somebody makes an attack on your life, you'll flip whatever cards you have on that stack, and that stack's called security. And pretty much what happens with this deck, which is really cool, it's a lot of thinking though. It's a lot of like thinking 3 steps ahead. The whole shtick of this deck is you can manipulate both your security and your trash. And it's really fun once you get the hang of it. So the yellow usually it comes with healing. What is it? You can heal a lot, or you can just kind of like pull cards from your security stack, and it lets you actually look at it and then kind of manipulate what cards you want in there. And purple is trash manipulation. So you want cards in your trash so you can pull them out later. You can usually pull them out for free, or you can add them in your hand. So it's really and a lot of the cards that are purple want to be trashed. So there's a lot of effects that if a card is trashed from your hand or trashed from your deck, it lets you pull more resources. And my favorite thing about purple-yellow decks is you can take cards from your trash and then put them in your security stack. So that essentially lets you loop your cards right back into your security. So if you play it right, there's no winning for the person, because they don't want cards in your trash, but they have to delete your Digimon, which would build your trash, and in turn that will also build your security, because now you have more ammo for your security. It's great. It's fun. It's really fun. It's a lot of thinking though. So that's what that starter deck is based off of. It's a $13 deck. Definitely go get it, and then you can just add shit onto it. Wouldn't that mean that a Digimon would theoretically go on forever? Well, that's why there's like not a lot of cards that actually let you pull from your trash and put it onto security. I mean, at a certain point, you're gonna run into a wall if your opponent is playing around you correctly, which most people know how to play against at this point. I think the only card that lets me do that is Mastamon. Yeah. Place 1 yellow or purple Digimon card from trash on top of your security stack, face down. Then when DNA Digivolving, you search security stack for 1 level 5 or lower Digimon and play it without paying the cost. Then shuffle security stack. See, that's great, because then you can manipulate what's in your security. I mean, the game wouldn't go on forever because eventually you'll deck out. So this follows deck out rules. If you have no deck on your next turn, you lose. So you have to be really careful about how quickly you're killing your opponent. But it's a strong deck because the combo, at least the main combo that you want to run here, is you'll have enough resources if you have this Gatomon out. Gatomon's like, if you don't have this in your starting hand, you need to mulligan because you're not going to go anywhere. Gatomon lets you reduce evolution cost by 2 if it has Archangel or Fallen Angel in its traits, which should be every card that you're running in this deck. So it's a 1 cost to Digivolve, when usually it'd be 3. So Gatomon Digivolve up into... I don't think I have her in here, but there's an Angelomon. I mean, I guess it wouldn't really matter, especially like turn 0. So Gatomon into any kind of Archangel or Fallen Angel, which should be most of your cards. So any of the Angelwomans or the Lady Devimon. And then from... Ideally you want to do Angelwoman, because if you Digivolve into Angelwomon, what does this one do? Search security stack for 1 card with Angel, Archangel, Fallen Angel in its traits, reveal it, add it to your hand. If you added a card, add 1 security, so security manipulation. And then your turn, once per turn, you may play a Lady Devimon or Murray. When you play Lady Devimon or Murray, gain 1 memory, so this would be a 6 cost, unless you have something else that would reduce its cost, which would be ideal. But yeah, Digivolve into Angelwoman from Gatomon for 1, and then you can add this Angelwoman X antibody. If you Digivolve from an Angelwoman, it's a free cost. That is a free recovery. So as long as it's on top of Angelwomon, no matter what, you'll start with 5 cards in your security stack. If you're Digivolving up from an Angelwomon, if you have 5 or fewer security cards, you still get to add on top. So theoretically, the through line, when like the best outcome is you add 2 security, so you start at 7. So Gatomon into Angelwoman X, heal, and from Angelwoman X into Ophanamon fall down mode. It is a 4 cost unless you have something that'll help you out. But once you Digivolve into Ophanamon, if she has a yellow in her Digivolution line, you get to recover. So if you're at full security and you've played the Angelwoman X on top of Angelwoman, get that security. You have 7 starting off with, which is great to have because that's just a giant fucking wall that your opponent has to get through. And then if you have a purple, which you want to have, especially with Gatomon because it's a yellow purple, you get to delete one of their level 4 lowers. So it's a nice recover, board clear. So that's the main combo of this. And then what you want to do is, well, if you have the ability to do a DNA Digivolve, so they have a DNA Digivolve, which is basically it's fusion. So if you can DNA Digivolve, it's a 0 cost. I think they're doing level 5s now, but it's usually it's a level 6 from 2 level 5s. You combine the cards together, get all the inheritables from from both of those lines on top of the big boss monster, and usually get really good things. So with the Mastamon, no matter what, it's also a 0 cost from the DNA Digivolve, so you want to do that. When Digivolving, place 1 yellow or purple Digimon card from your trash on top of your security stack face down. So that's what you get. That's the thing that I was just explaining, which is really fun about this type of deck. And then when you DNA Digivolve, search security stack for 1 level 5 or lower, and then you can play it without paying the cost, and then you have to shuffle your security stack. So that is fucking sick if you want to get another body on the field. And a level 5 or lower is awesome. So you can get your Gatomon out. Black Gatomon would be awesome too, because it has Rush. So there's summoning sickness in this game, so if you hard play a Digimon, it can't attack on the same turn that it's been summoned. unless it has rush. If it has rush, then you can attack with it on the same turn it's been summoned on. Or if it has blitz, which is a better version of rush. I think, no, he doesn't have blitz. Blitz is a better version of rush, because rush will only go through if it's still your turn. If you've spent, so say I'm at 3 memory, and I hard play Black Gatomon, and I have to pay the memory or play cost for it to 5. So if I'm sitting at 3, I have to spend 5 for it, so that'll dip into my opponent's turn, leaving them at 2 memory. I can't get the rush because now it's their turn. If I have blitz, even if it dips into my opponent's turn, I still can attack with that Digimon. So blitz is just a much better version of rush. Yeah. Ow. So this is a fun game. Pick it up if you can. It's very cheap to get into. And usually, especially if you're on like TCG Player, you can find the cards that you need to make a more updated deck. Digimon, this is a strong fucking card. It's $10. This is the alternate art too. Red decks are really fun too. It's a lot of DP reduction. Can we see the deck in action? I don't want to play against randos, just because manual simulators are a pain to play against randos, because you have to tell them what you're doing. I could hit up Sheep real quick to see if he wants to do a demonstration. Hold on. I'd be happy to show you. This isn't the exact deck that I actually run in real life, because I'm missing a lot of these cards. So I don't have Lady Devimons, it's all Angelamons. I don't have this Pillowmon. I don't have this Ignitemon. I have a Lekmon that I haven't put into the deck. And I don't have all my Mirays. I only have one of these girls. I run Mako instead. Let me see here. Actually, no, I don't want to bother him. Because this could go on forever, because I haven't actually like played this deck how it like this. So it wouldn't be I wouldn't be fast playing. Maybe one day when I actually like schedule something with him. But I don't want to bother him right now. Because he's the only other person I can think of to play Digimon with. And we are hitting about that time for me to go memes. But tune back in, because I'm for sure gonna do a Digimon like stream where we're actually playing. I've done it before. I would love to do it again because I love this game. This is the first like card game that I've actually gotten into. If you want to see gameplay of like a deck kind of like this, I recommend Avalt, I think they're called. They have a yellow base deck showing how it's done, or how it's actually played in action. It's not the exact deck, but it's the same philosophy. It's just mine is based on purple cards because I like purple more than yellow. And then theirs is a yellow base, which is more security manipulation. Let's see, where is it? Where is she? Leviamon. It's all the new stuff. Yellow Starmon. I'm thinking about building this deck. It's pretty cool. This is a good channel to check out. Um, yeah, this is the Mastamon. This is the yellow base version of the deck that I've constructed here. So if you want to see it in action, how it would work, well, we can watch it real quick. It's a little different than how I would do it, just because it's more. Oh my god, it's more focused around security manipulation than what I want to do. I'm more trash manipulation. So.
Police here with Mastamon. So, yep, looking at our hand, we're just like immediately, nope, we need to want to find Gatomon. We always want to try to mulligan.
Always want to see Gatomon. If you don't have Gatomon, you're fucked.
And it finds our pieces, and really, again, very important. We're always trying to see Gatomon in our opening hand, unless like there's only very specific cards.
Yeah, I have an issue of not having a poker face. Honestly, because yeah, if you don't poker face, people are gonna know what you have, and that's not good. So, say like and this is like another big one that I like. So let me do this because I think it's a good example. Go back to my Lotmon deck. So with this deck, you should poker face just because it's good to do. So with this deck, I just added this Mega Gargomon. This is a one-of card that I have, so I don't want to tell people if I have this, because if it is deleted, I'm fucked. And if they know I have that and they have something ready to delete it, it's over. Because this is a counter card, so I can play this in the middle, not in the middle, I can play this card if I can meet the requirements to Digivolve, if my opponent declares an attack, and I can stop that attack, but they can also be baiting it out, so you can't really win. It's a lot of like chess. It's a lot of chess. You don't want to telegraph your opponent what you have, pretty much, because then they can try and figure out ways to play around it.
Doesn't really help too much. Our hand is kind of really bad at the moment, but that's okay. I'm gonna show you.
That is a bad hand. No Gatomon. L.
Because Mastamon, it looks like it's sometimes you're breaking with your hand, but that's totally fine. You just need to find cards to hard play and play them. That's what's most important. So that's why I established the Mirai right off the bat, because I know it's gonna give me forever the advantage.
But yeah, see how this is my favorite part about Digimon is like you can always have a turn no matter what. Even if your opponent like takes forever on their turn, eventually that fucking memory gauge is gonna dip over into your side. So this is your resource. Yeah, that's what it's called. Oh, it's a little unfortunate name. Some people call it the raising area. But yeah, you pretty much hatch an egg, you can Digivolve off of that, and then on your next raising phase, you can bring that Digimon out. But when it's in this breeding area, it is like it does not exist pretty much, except for when you're playing option cards. But yeah, none of the Digimon that you have on the board can affect the Digimon in here. So this is a safe zone pretty much. But yeah, my favorite part is like this is 0 right here. If it's 0 and it's still your turn, if it's on 0 on your turn, it's still your turn. But as soon as you drop an effect, it's gonna dip over into your opponent's turn. So the whole philosophy of what you want to do is try and keep your opponent at 1 as much as possible, because that will give them less resources to actually play with.
Sooner I have it, the entire game, I'm just constantly gaining memory every single beginning of my turn, which is going to be really good. And I'm going to show you guys how to play this out. This is a hard deck after all. You know, you guys might look at it as like, oh, I'm completely bricked and it's not playable. It's not really. We got ways to sort of like play around based on the memory gauge. We're going to hard slap this Angemon and just sit here and wait. This deck is rather slow. It's not super, you know, consistent when it comes to the early game. It's not super fast either. It's very heavy control.
It's a very slow startup deck.
The stronger it is.
That's for sure.
That's the most important thing to keep in mind. So, you know, here We're trying to keep our poker face as much as we could at this moment because when they swung in with the High Commandramon, we are gonna hand trap them with Magna Angemon Ace, gaining a lot of value here. Immediately, we get to recover because we have 5 or fewer. We get to basically delete the entire stack along with Satsuki underneath it as well, which is really, really
Yeah, that is a sick. That's a sick card. So let me show you that. Oh, I had an ace. Duh. So yeah. So basically, what he did there is when that Digimon declared an attack, you can. I think I literally just explained it, but when you declare an attack, you can do a blast Digivolve as long as they're an ace. Um, which depending on the effect, it can stop the attack. So Magna Angemon Ace is really good because what it lets you do is on Digivolve you can recover a card. So you heal yourself, and then one of your opponent's Digimon gets -1k for each card in your security stack. So that is a really good. That was a really good play. So he slaps that down. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's -6. That would delete whatever he has. That's 6 and below. So you get rid of a body, and you recover, which is great.
Really good value.
Yu-Gi-Oh style card game that plays like chess and requires poker face. That game is a wild. Yeah, it's crazy. And you get to have a turn, unlike Yu-Gi-Oh.
Get to pop our Angemon, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. That is kind of is what it is. But still, we're still gonna show you guys how we pull through. When it comes to the Massamon deck, you know, it's very important to keep in mind that you don't want to be shy and you don't want to be too conservative with your memory. Go ahead and give them a lot. You know, if you need to play stuff, you gotta play stuff. That's kind of how it works, which is why I go for the Flame House Scythe. I'm passing them to them like to 4 and 3 memory every turn. But one thing you're gonna realize, they're gonna continue to try and build. They can have all the memory that they want to work with, but they're actually not progressing.
Yeah, I play pretty conservatively because I like to memory choke, but that's actually
cycle to our security,
good to know.
As much as we can at the same time, and sort of control again the entire board. And we're still pretty healthy, you know, despite having such a bad hand in the beginning. We're still sitting at 5 to 5 security at this moment, so we're actually not too bad. But of course, the other thing is our second priority at this moment is to need to Digivolve and cycle through cards as quickly as possible. That's really, really important. Digivolving becomes our main key priority if we're not finding pieces we need, right? If as long as we have cards that are playable, it's great. Here at this moment is perfect. Then we have Mirai. We Digivolve into Angelwomon, letting us play Lady Devimon out from our hand for free as well. Finding our Patamon now, things are actually ramping up nicely. Once you go through the first few turns, might sometimes could be really rough. You guys can see from now on, we're just gonna be snowballing and we're just going at it like crazy. Now we go into DNA with our Mastermon here, and we get a lot of choices now to play. I'm contemplating if I should play another Magna Angemon so I can ace them, so I could like, you know, clear their board essentially off of that. But I felt like it was kind of okay because I kind of want to actually play Gatomon to search and find more pieces, because our hand does look kind of bricky, and I think Gatomon was the better play here, but we do end up popping the High Commandramon anyways, and then we can kind of...
Oh yeah, and then once you get into speed playing, it gets crazy. Because there's just so many effects that it's just like, I can't keep up with what you're fucking what you're saying, dude.
Hey, we're grabbing our hand trap once again. If you dare...
This is only game 1? Holy shit, this goes on forever. Okay, I don't think we're gonna play all that, but definitely check out Evolt. I love this channel. It's very, it's a great channel to try and figure out how certain decks play, and they have a lot of useful deck profiles to see what you're into. But I think that's gonna be time for me because I want to go Mimi's. But yeah, pretty much at the spring break event, I got washed as fuck. Too long didn't read. That's what happened. Just wanted to say that you loved your cover of Lost Kitten by Metric. Oh, thank you! Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm very proud of that cover. Good shit. Awesome. That's awesome. Well, I hope to see you around more often. Thank you for coming by and checking things out and listening to me ramble about Digimon. Because this is a really fun game. Get into it. Starter decks are as cheap as $12, so go get one. Go get one right now. Alrighty. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to be playing Mad Max. BBs. I'm gonna go BBs. Alrighty, thanks for hanging out. Alright. Good night, everyone. See you guys tomorrow for Mad Max. We're gonna have fun with that. Alrighty. Bye.